Hey guys, Editing with 223 coming back at you with the second video tonight. I had a lot of free time this evening when I got home from work, so I'm here to bring you What the Tech episode 2. Let me get right into it. I guess the tech for episode 2 is Breaker the Magical Warrior. This card didn't see a lot of play last format because of Heavy Storm and many other ways to destroy back rows and whatnot. But Chaos Sorcerer's now at 2. Dark is always a great attribute to have. Dark Arm Dragon. And Breaker, I kind of feel like Breaker's going to come back this format, at least in the side deck. I mean, I have 2 in my side deck just in case I run against those Rogue Burn decks and I need a little more back row hate than 2 Trapstun and 2 MST. Got Breaker and I have Trunade, and I think I want to say I had Cold Wave in my main deck, but I think I sided it. So I'll say it doesn't matter. This is about Breaker. When Breaker first came out in Magician's Force. Yep, Magician's Force as an ultra rare. A lot of people ran this card, mostly because it's a 1900 beat stick. And at worst it's 1600, which is still pretty respectable in this format, really. It can destroy magic and trap. I mean, it's all around. It's just a good card. I mean, it's gonna get bottomless, obviously, if they have bottomless, because there's no point in them not using it on this when it's gonna break it anyways. But it's a good card to bait bottomless out for your better monsters later on, and I mean, really, a 1900 body that's a 1600 after you destroy magic and trap is still really good comparatively in this format. I mean, you got to think about all the monsters people are playing, like X-Saber, Full Helm Knight. Stu runs right over it. Ties a Bogart. Not that Bogart's ever on the field too much. If people are running plants, I mean, this runs over most of the things that are played in plants. I mean, if you don't destroy magic and trap, this thing runs over Hamster for quick draw. Runs right over Raikou. It baits Raikou. I mean, big deal if they kill a Breaker with it. Like, you're just fueling the Chaos Sorcerer in the graveyard having this thing there. I mean, I just think like Breakers like. I find it funny that I'm reviewing a lot of spellcasters. I feel like spellcasters have been a really underplayed archetype, and the thing about spellcasters, I don't know if you guys have realized this, their cards are really good support for other decks, but they can't work together in like a solid deck and be tier 1. Like I just did Effect Veiler earlier, and here's episode 2 because I was bored and I figured I might as well. I'll probably name this episode like 1.5 just because I felt like adding it on. But I mean, spellcasters in general, this like I kind of feel like spellcasters were that archetype where you didn't build a deck specifically around them, but what you did was you splashed them into other decks. Like spellcaster, like Chaos Sorcerer is a spellcaster, and that's the only spellcaster really like that I can think of that you can make a competitive like regional winning deck based around, and this plus Effect Veiler is Chaos Sorcerer, and it's a level 5 Synchro. I mean, Catastor then Chaos Sorcerer, Android then Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, that's a respectable field. I mean, you can remove a monster, Catastor another monster, and then Chaos Sorcerer, or next turn at least. I mean, you just remove 2 monsters, and you hardly had to do anything. Breaker's just one of those cards that people neglected to play last format because the format was too quick for cards like Breaker. But now that Heavy Storm is gone, Rescue Cat's gone, Substitute's gone, Brain Control's out of there. I mean, this is a great card, and I mean, I don't see why people wouldn't play this card, at least in your side deck. If you're running any kind of chaos or any dark deck, anything like that, this needs to be in your side deck in 2. There's not enough I can't say enough about how underrated this card is. I mean, everyone ran it when it first came out. That should give you a testament to how good it was. I mean, if the Chaos monsters were still around, you guarantee Chaos would be top. This dude would be in there, clear the field, and get ready for the Chaos monsters. That's what Breaker is for. I mean, he's to clear the way for your better monsters. His 1600 attack, he's not meant to be like the game winner. He's meant to be the support card, like Effect Veiler. Spellcasters are a support-based archetype. They don't like they have win conditions, like Tempest Magician with the spell counters, and they have Arcanite Magician, which is a great support card. You can see this. I mean, this plus like you can play this in an X-Saber deck in your side deck. Full Helm Knight. Next turn, summon this bad boy. Blow up a card. Bam! Arcanite Magician. 2 more cards gone. I mean, spellcasters are always good to have. Spellcasters are great support. They're going to remain to be good support. When the Arcanite Magician fusion comes out, I think in Star Strike Blast, we might see a rise in spellcaster decks played for spellcasters, because that card is absolutely ridiculous if you haven't seen it. Arcanite Magician, the Supreme Wizard, I believe is what it's called. You can look it up on the wiki. He's basically Arcanite Magician on crack. He's got 3 counters when he comes out. This is 3,400 beat stick, 2,800 defense. Once per turn, you can remove a counter from any card you control to destroy 1 card on your opponent's side of the field or draw 1 card. So what you do is you would play you'd be playing that deck, break a card, sink into Arcanite, blow up 2 more, Miracle Synchro Fusion into Arcanite Magician, Supreme Wizard, draw a card, blow up another card. It's a 3,400 beat stick. I mean, you cleared out most of the stuff with the things before. I mean, it's just such a huge combo. But anyway, I'm rambling and getting off topic with Breaker. Breaker is good. Put it in your side deck if you play Light and Dark decks, if you play Chaos. If you play X-Sabers, put it in your side deck. You will get Arcanite Magicians out of it. It's a handy card to have. It's always good to have. You can't deny MST on a body. MST with a 1600 body after is a good card. I don't really care what people say. I don't care if you call me a noob for thinking Breaker's a great card. Breaker's a great card. Play this card in your side deck. It should be like, it's a great side deck choice. If you have issues with fighting burn decks or Final Countdown or all that stuff that likes to stall, bam. Here's your solution right here. Gets rid of the Messenger of Peace, the Gravity Bind, the level limit. It's gone. Just out of there. So yeah, this is Aerenigma 0223, I guess is my actual name, but whatever, I don't care. I'm Aerenigma 223. You can drop the 0, it doesn't matter. You can call me Aerenigma. You can call me Aaron. My real name is Aaron. Surprise. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Enigma is something I've been described as by a lot of people. It was my nickname for a while, so I'm Aerenigma. But feel free to call me Aaron. I really don't care. Yeah. So this was What the Tech 1.5, and peace out, YouTube. I'll catch you guys all later.